Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. It's Victoria with Ask the Angels with the weekly angel card reading for week commencing Monday, the 22nd of January 2018. And the deck of cards that I was called to use for today's reading for the week are the Oracle Angel cards by Doreen Virtue. A really, really beautiful deck of cards. And I've chosen 3 cards. I clear the cards. I ask for the highest good of those that are watching the reading or that will be watching the reading to be considered in the cards that come. And I choose the 3 cards that I feel want to come for the reading. And the first card that came is Relationship Harmony, represented by Archangel Raguel. And this is saying that the angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So this is for Monday and Tuesday. So it's talking about then there have been some conflicts, arguments, perhaps there have been some relationship issues, some challenges, not seeing eye to eye necessarily in certain situations. Maybe you're feeling a little bit sensitive about what somebody said or not said and feeling a little bit out of sorts with regards to relationship. Or it may well be more full-blown arguments, loggerheads, not being respectful and not listening to each other. And it's been a difficult time to have gone through that. But it's saying now there's going to be more harmony in the relationships. It's going to stop with the arguments, and things will be resolved. Conflicts will be resolved. So it's looking at what can I learn from this situation, not speaking your truth, because that's important. So it isn't saying it's going to be resolved because I'm just not going to say anything anymore and I'm going to keep my opinion to myself. But it's looking at perhaps how can I be more loving with that person and with that situation, more compassionate, more understanding, more forgiving, perhaps, to allow me to not feel the impact of the relationship, not necessarily saying I'm okay with what happened, but I'm going to look at it from a more loving perspective, and so I can move on, and looking at it from how can we move on now and move forwards. So it's opening the hearts of everybody involved, and hopefully that will be a better situation where it's not being very nice necessarily with that person or that relationship. The card for Wednesday, Thursday is Gentleness, represented by Archangel Sandalphon, and it's talking about really being gentle with yourself at the moment. So doing things that are gentle, so not being in harsh environments necessarily, not being around harsh people, doing things that are gentle for you, whether that's playing gentle music, whether that's sitting, reading, being in meditation, going out for a walk, doing yoga, just being quiet, maybe not being involved in all of the drama necessarily, or even if it's just people are doing things around you and you're being invited, and if you feel, no, actually I just want to be a bit quiet, I need to be a bit loving and more gentle with myself at the minute. And that might be because this year has started out as a year where there's change, and it's not necessarily something that could be a major change. It might just be a shift in you, perhaps, or it might just be that you're processing something more. But for me, in my experience so far this year, personally, as well as other people that I've seen, and interactions from family and friends, it really is important to look after ourselves, and it's great to be a support to other people and our family and our loved ones, but it's also important to take time out for ourselves too, and that's not selfish, it's actually essential. So that is the card for Wednesday, Thursday. And then the last card for Friday, Saturday, Sunday is Prioritize with Archangel Metatron. And he's saying that, there's been a lot going on. There is a lot going on, and it might feel overwhelming. It might feel stressy with all of the different things that you need to do, whether those are things that are self-driven, whether it's family, things that are coming up, whether it's work, whether it's a whole host of all of those things. But what this card is asking you to do is really just focus on what the highest priorities are. In order for us to get through our life, get through our days, and to feel as though we've accomplished, but in the same point to feel balanced and to feel as though I'm not, a wrung out piece of cloth at the end of the day because I'm feeling so stressed and I'm just exhausted. I can't even think about anything. We don't have to do everything. So it's looking at what is my next biggest priority? What's the next thing I need to do on my list? And if that means that I can't look at something today or I can't look at it tomorrow and it needs to get pushed back, then that's the plan that you'll need to take and is the best plan. That's the advice to take. And that will help you then to be more organized, to be motivated in what you're doing, to feel better about yourself, to feel as though you've achieved, but also not to feel exhausted. And call on Archangel Metatron to help with that, especially if you're somebody that struggles with stopping. And maybe that's something to look at as to why is that? Why do you struggle with just being quiet for a minute rather than sitting and either meditation or receiving messages or just not being in all the craziness and just stopping for just a minute? So with that card and the prioritize, it's saying, look at what your highest priorities are and then doing that, and then doing the next thing after that, and asking, or even if that's just sitting down and planning, maybe it's getting a calendar and planning in the things that need to be done, writing a list of things that need to be done. But it's saying don't do everything, prioritize what needs to be done. So that's the reading for the week. The first card was relationship harmony. So where there have been arguments, disharmony, difficulties, ill feeling, perhaps moving more into harmonious place, which is a good thing, obviously. Wednesday, Thursday, being more gentle with yourself, surrounding yourself with gentle people, being in gentle situations, doing things that are good for you, being kind to yourself. And then this last one is prioritize. So those are the cards for the week commencing the 22nd of January. It's been a pleasure, as always, to read the cards for you. If anybody has got any questions that they would like to ask them, feel free to drop me an email at victoria@asktheangels.uk. You can also look at my website for any workshops or services that I offer, which is asktheangels.uk. You can follow me on Facebook too, or on Instagram. And I look forward to giving you the reading for next week and seeing you all soon. Lots of love. Thanks, everybody. Blessings to you. Take care.